Coming up on News Live at 6, Citrus TV reporter Elijah Brown will tell us about the Go for Red Women Luncheon and Festival that took place today to bring awareness to women with heart disease.
A new campaign launched by Central New York hospitals in response to an increase in violence in hospitals.
How the Onondaga County Board of Elections is preparing. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Citrus TV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Airline coming to Syracuse. Hello, welcome News Live at 6. I'm John Perik, and Jake Morel is back, everyone.
Great to be back, John. Sun Country is offering a new direct flight to Minneapolis. Reporter Maura Vaughn is here in studio. Maura, how will this impact students?
Thanks, Jake and John. Yes, this is going to impact a lot of students from the Minneapolis area, and Sun Country Airlines announced last week that they will add an airline to Syracuse Hancock International Airport to Minneapolis-St. Paul in 2024. Now, this airline provides a non-stop flight from the Syracuse to the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport, which alleviates long flights with stops in between. And taking a look at flights available right now from Syracuse to St. Paul International Airport, there seems to be a lot of things that Southwestern can offer for students with multiple flights to Minneapolis, but at the cost of a longer flight with a stop in between. Syracuse to Minneapolis is a 3-hour flight when nonstop, but current options add anywhere from 1 to 6 hours extra of travel time. Now, Syracuse students who live in the Minneapolis area are happy an option of a quicker way home is happening in the near future.
I think it's going to be really good for students to have more options on how to get home. Really excited for an airline closer to my house because it'll make transportation easier.
Yeah, this just makes it easier to get back home for break, even like a short break, like fall break, I can go home. It's pretty annoying, so just having a direct flight back home would be ideal.
Now, the Sun Country airline will be immediate as of June 6, 2024, providing students for the 2024 school year quicker transportation back and forth. The airplane serving this route has over 186 seats open, and the flight will be seasonal, opening to bookings through Sunday and Thursdays. That's all from me, Jake and John. Back to you.
All right, Maura, thanks very much for your coverage. Now, here on campus, the University Parking and Transportation Services sent out an email to students outlining the parking guidelines for this year's basketball season. Restricted lots before and during games include Irving Ave Garage, Irving Ave Lot, Women's Building North Lot, Women's Building South Lot, College Place Lot, and all West Campus lots. The West Campus lots will only be open to residents with valid permits. Available lots will include the Comstock and Colvin Lally Complex lots, Comstock Ave Garage, University Ave North Lot, University Ave South Lot, Harrison Lot, and Ostrom Lot.
That's a lot of lots, John.
A lot.
The Syracuse University Los Angeles program is getting a revamp. The Carrie and Dick Clark Foundation is donating a Forever Orange campaign gift that will expand the SULA program. The Syracuse University Dick Clark Los Angeles program will not only include new offices, classrooms, and studios, but will offer new academic programs, internships, and new faculty. The expansion will be part of the university's new academic strategic plan, Leading with Distinction, which aims to make study away and study abroad programs more accessible to all students.
And the American Heart Association held its Go Red for Women event here in Syracuse last night. There, women were able to join forces to raise awareness on heart disease. Our Elijah Brown has the full story.
Look at this sea of red! How fun is this? Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Go Red for Women luncheon.
At the start of October each year, Women in Strides of Road for the Orange Center Convention to celebrate 20 years of raising awareness on heart disease.
We can learn from other people's stories, we can learn from their experiences.
Diane Benedetto has been attending Go Red for Women events for 4 years now. She says events like these are a confirmation that heart disease is a leading cause of death for women in America.
It's a huge issue for us that we need to keep paying attention to.
Here at the convention, a series of information tables span across the room. Resources on health insurance, kidney wellness, and heart disease prevention are all readily available. For Community Director Brittany Taylor, focusing on cholesterol is key.
The resources that we really provide is just creating some systematic and policy change. So something like making sure that your organization has a CPR policy or
Now, it's great to understand how cardiometabolic resources can help maintain your heart health, but what health measures to routinely check along the way?
So if you're talking about monitoring your heart health, some really important pieces are knowing your numbers. Things like blood pressure, cholesterol, glucose, your BMI, all of these are incredibly important numbers for your heart health.
Communications Director Christy Morel says it's common for women to live with heart issues without notice.
Heart disease is women's #1 killer, but too many of us don't realize that. We need to pay attention to our greatest health threat.
More information can be found on the Go Red for Women website. For Citrus TV News, I'm Elijah Brown.
Elijah, thank you for your reporting. You know, a little bit nicer weather outside today, almost a little bit of summer weather. I really enjoyed it, but I heard we've got Top Gun outside.
That's what I heard too. You know, we saw him a few weeks ago. He's wearing these glasses, right? It's not Brandon Myers anymore. It's Tom Cruise, folks. Maverick, that's our weather anchor, and let's go right to him right now. Maverick, I love the weather right now. I love that my car said 68 degrees on my way to the station. Will this weather be sticking around?
Well, John and Jake, I'll certainly take that as a compliment. It's a beautiful day out right now. Taking a look behind me, you can see the lovely Syracuse skyline. The sun's starting to set, days are getting colder. The winter's certainly coming, but not really just yet. I got my shades on because it just feels like summer. So, you know, let's dive right in. Let's take a look at our temperature right now. So right now it's 63 degrees out. It's sunny with 8-mile-per-hour winds. Definitely seeing some unseasonably high temperatures right now. Taking a look across our region, high 50s to low 60s seems to be our common theme. Even go up to 66 degrees in Rochester. Definitely feeling perfectly, like I said, just like summer. Taking a look later into tonight, it's going to be getting a little colder, down to 59 degrees. It's going to be mostly clear, and we're also going to be seeing 10-mile-per-hour winds, so it may feel just a little bit cooler. But certainly come out right now. It's super nice out. Enjoy this lovely weather because we all know it's not going to last long at all. Guys?
All right, Tom Cruise, thank you very much, Brandon. Hospitals around Central New York launched a new campaign last week called Respect and Heal. Hospitals such as Upstate, Crouse, and St. Joseph's, and just a few others are involved. Our Caitlin Campbell is in studio to break it down. Caitlin.
Jake and John, that's right. Respect and Heal campaign has been launched by Central New York hospitals in an effort to combat the violence in the workplace experienced by the staff. I got the chance to speak with hospital leaders and get an inside look on the new campaign. In a place meant to help, healthcare workers are being harmed more than ever for their aid. St. Joseph's Hospital President Meredith Price explains the new campaign.
The Respect and Heal campaign was just recently launched in response to the challenges that our healthcare workers are facing with workplace violence. We've really seen that on the rise and thought it was really important for the hospitals to come together and address that.
The campaign comes after multiple hospitals have seen an uptick and are adamant of stopping the trend. President and CEO of Oswego Health, Michael Backus, shares statistics of violence in Oswego.
We have seen an increase in behavioral health patients recently. Our total violent incidents, reported incidents, are up about 150%. Since 2020. So you can see some corresponding info there from the COVID pandemic. You know, they're there to provide that healthcare that is so needed in this community in any respect. To have violent incidents happen against them in that same time frame, just simply it's unacceptable.
Statistics only tell part of the story. Veteran and current nurse at Oswego, Jeremy Donahue, shares his personal experiences.
Did not anticipate being injured and assaulted more while working in the emergency department than I did on my deployments. I have witnessed and experienced violence against healthcare workers since the beginning of my career as a nurse.
Only time will tell how violence decreases in these hospital systems. Now, hospital systems hope that other officials, such as lawyers, can get involved and help support the cause. I'm Caitlin Campbell, reporting in studio. Guys, back to you.
Caitlin, thank you very much. Governor Kathy Hochul announcing Monday that boil water and conserve water notices up in Watertown were officially lifted. The water has been thoroughly tested by the health department.
A major water main break on Thursday forced schools to close and hospitals to limit operations, but water was restored to the area on Friday. Residents were told to boil and conserve the water then, but that's lifted tonight.
Yeah, the Syracuse City School District is getting over $130,000 as part of a settlement from Juul Labs. The vaping company is allegedly marketing vape products to children.
The district said the increase in the abuse of e-cigarettes by students leads to, quote, significant risks of addiction and potentially life-threatening respiratory ailments. Juul Labs paid $462 million in a court settlement with 6 states, including New York.
And an update on the string of gas station robberies at Liverpool. Onondaga County Sheriff's Office announcing the arrest of Donovan Scott, who police say is responsible for the robbery of the 4 gas stations over a 36-hour period.
Scott was arraigned this morning on 2 counts of first-degree robbery and 2 counts of first-degree attempted robbery. His bail is currently set at $40,000.
And new details on the murder of 11-year-old Brexia Lee Torres Ortiz. 16-year-old DeKeys Bridges took a plea deal and pled guilty to attempted murder in the 2nd degree. He's also guilty of the attempted murder of Israel Cruz.
The offer will sentence him to 20 years to life in prison. This comes after the second suspect, 19-year-old Rashawn Patterson, took the same plea deal on Thursday. The third suspect, Devere Griswold, did not take the deal.
Coming up on Live at 6, Election Day is fast approaching. We'll have a special look at how the votes get counted.
And guilty, guilty, guilty. More bad news for Donald Trump as his 3rd former lawyer cuts a plea deal. Find out who right after this.
My big man fingers are having a problem with these little tiny buttons.
Whoa, watch it there. Your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to learn how to get it down. Instead, it keeps going up.
High blood pressure can increase the risk for heart attack or stroke. Learn how to keep yours at a healthy range.
Ever hear a voice command? Just say text barbershop to 97779.
That's not what I said.
Just give me that. Now my blood pressure's up.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
You're watching Citrus TV News live at 6 with Jake Morel, John Perik, and Brandon Myers. Now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. The 2023 elections are just 2 weeks away. Local elections workers are preparing to welcome voters to the polls and combating misinformation. Our political reporter, Luke Radel, he's back here in studio. Of course, it's Tuesday. Wouldn't it be a Tuesday without Luke? Before we get into this, Luke, is there any way that I could still be the Speaker of the House?
John, I think as you guys are going to talk about a little bit later, you have a better chance of being Speaker of the House than Tom Emmer, Jim Jordan, and a whole bunch of other folks. But I spent the day locally this morning with the Democratic co-chair of the Onondaga County Board of Elections, Dustin Czarny, to go behind the scenes of the voting process. When we visited the Onondaga County Board of Elections, Dustin Czarny was excited to show us around.
The back's where it's at. I'm kind of a nerd. So Doctor Who, they say the TARDIS is, it's bigger on the inside. That's what this building is like. You look at it from the outside and you think, oh, it's a small little building. It's actually pretty huge.
And Zarni took us to the back where it's at, it, of course, being...
And all of our new machines and poll prints are over here.
And Zarni says he and the team at the Onondaga County Board of Elections have been working hard to test out all the new technology that will be implemented in time for the 2023 elections.
This year is all about getting ready for next year. Obviously, there's a very important election this year as well. But we've used this year, which is kind of a lower turnout election, to get ready for the big 2024 election next year. So all of this stuff has been a rush to get it in the field this year. When I say rush, we're still doing a ton of testing. Each one of these machines has been tested by a bipartisan team to make sure that it is accurate.
But as election denial is spread by some in national politics, Zarni stresses that the process is secure.
This whole room is under cameras and bipartisan locks and keys.
But what is it like for him to see these attacks on our elections?
This was a fraudulent election.
Well, it's disheartening. The people who run these elections are your friends, are your neighbors. I would love for them to just come spend a day. I'm very open. You can find me on almost every social media. Ask me any question you want.
And for those of you hoping to vote in these upcoming elections, you can find more information at the link on your screen on vote.net. And we'll have live coverage of the results as they come in on November 7th at 10 o'clock. Guys?
Hey, thanks, Luke. Moving to federal politics now, another one bites the dust. Former Trump lawyer Jenna Ellis is taking a plea deal in the Georgia election subversion case. She's pleading guilty to 1 count of aiding and abetting false statements, and she'll serve 5 years of probation and pay a $5,000 fine.
Ellis is the third former Trump lawyer to take a guilty plea this week. Sidney Powell and Kenneth Chesbrough already agreed to testifying for the prosecution against Trump.
And yet another closed-door House GOP meeting is going on right now after Representative Tom Emmer of Minnesota has dropped out of the speaker race. He won the nomination in another closed-door House Republicans meeting this morning, but after not being able to get the full support of the party from some of those GOP hardliners, he's dropped out.
And this was the party's third attempt to fill the position after the removal of Kevin McCarthy at the beginning of the month. The House is planning on taking a brief pause before deciding what to do next. And when we come back, we'll be joined by weather anchor Brandon Myers, or should I say Tom Cruise, for your 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
And welcome back to News Live at 6. Well, I liked when I saw the weather outside. Your first report put a smile on my face. These warm temperatures, they're going nowhere, right?
It's certainly very nice out right now. Yep. I'm honestly disappointed to be back in. And good news is the rest of our week is going to certainly be looking very similar to this. Take a look at this. High 70s, 73 on Wednesday and Thursday, even 74 on Friday.
I like Friday. That's
yeah,
sun.
Friday,
That looks good.
Friday's your day. Now, look, remember the last time the three of us were here together,
Yeah.
I helped John out plan his day. You know, it was a bit of a colder week.
How could I forget?
Yeah, you can't forget that. But you know, Jake, we gotta help you out.
We gotta help Jake.
So, do we have any guesses on what your day should be?
Jake planner.
He's gonna go for a run at like 7 a.m.
Okay.
And then he's gonna spend the rest. You know what? He might work outside. Do a little lift outside.
Oh, that's nice.
Look at that Wednesday.
Oh,
you know,
look
it's
at
not
that.
like it's not gonna be raining, but you know, it's not really too hot, too cold.
Yeah, I like that.
And you know, so here's what you should do during your day.
Oh boy.
Look at this.
Oh yeah, there we go. There we go.
We're
Look at
on a
this.
half marathon.
We got the photo
a couple of
too.
our Citrus TV both our reporters
Pump
today.
iron.
Pump iron, yeah.
Pump
go
iron.
to
That works.
Go to gym, lift.
Yeah, why not?
Of course, produce our lovely market shares
Oh,
business show.
Fridays at 4.
Fridays at 4. Tune in.
Yeah.
Tune in.
Absolutely.
Certainly a very lovely day. Am I on spot at all?
Oh no, you're spot on. That's
Yeah.
that's my average day. Yeah, no, that's very typical.
Every day.
Yeah,
Every
that's
day.
great. That's fantastic, Brandon.
Super great. Okay, keep doing it. Keep repeating. You know?
Will do. Brandon Myers, thank you so much.
Thank you, Brandon.
And Syracuse football coming off the bye week prepares for Virginia Tech on the road. Stay with us. Sports after the break.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. They told me a bottle couldn't dream. That I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly. Just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzz and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Nearly 2 years ago today, the Orange went to Blacksburg, Virginia, and left with a 41-36 comeback victory over the Hokies that included 21 fourth-quarter points. Welcome into sports. I'm Carson Fowler. Syracuse travels south this Thursday to take on 3-4 Virginia Tech. The Orange currently on the wrong end of a 3-game losing skid, hoping to snap that streak against a 3-4 Hokie squad coming off a win against Wake Forest. SU leads Virginia Tech in passing yards, rushing yards, points per game, and points allowed. This is a very winnable game for the Orange, who are winless in the ACC. However, let it be known that the Hokies are 3-1 at home this season, and that only loss coming to Purdue, who Syracuse beat back in mid-September. Head football coach Dino Babers was asked about the atmosphere at Lane Stadium and what he's been doing to replicate that environment. His answer in short, you just can't.
Can't do it. Can't do it. We'll turn on the speakers and we'll do all those things, but that place is different. Had an opportunity to play for my first time, I don't know, 1 or 2 years ago, can't remember exactly, but that atmosphere was exciting, and that will be nothing what we're going to face Thursday night. It's really going to be electric. There's no doubt about it.
Lane Stadium holds just north of 65,000 fans, and I'm sure there won't be a seat empty on a beautiful Thursday night in Blacksburg, Virginia. Kickoff is set for 7:30 p.m. Syracuse men's soccer, coming off a disappointing 1-1 tie to NC State, looking to flip the script this Friday in their final conference matchup versus Boston College in Chestnut Hill, Mass. The Eagles, losers of 4 straight, have not won an ACC conference game all season. 5 losses and 2 ties. Game time is set for 7 p.m. Looking ahead to the ACC Championship Tournament, if the season ended today, the Orange would grab the 6th seed and face the 11th-seeded Virginia Tech Hokies. The Hokies sit at 4-6-4, have yet to face Radford and Duke, who they play this week before closing up the regular season. And what's better than October baseball? I'll tell you, it's October baseball and Game 7s. The Texas Rangers topped the Houston Astros 11-4 in Game 7 of the ALCS yesterday to advance to the organization's first World Series since 2011. Rangers right fielder Adolis Garcia homered for the 4th straight game and set a record for RBIs in a postseason series with 15. He was the obvious choice for ALCS MVP. On the other side of the bracket, the Diamondbacks powered past the Phillies 5-1 last night to force a Game 7 in Philadelphia after losing the first 2 games in the series. Arizona just 1 win away from their first World Series since 2001. Right-handed pitcher Brandon Pfaadt set to take the mound for Arizona, and left-handed pitcher Ranger Suarez for the Phillies. First pitch is set for 8:07 p.m., but for now, that's all I've got in sports. I'll throw it back to John and Jake at the desk. Guys.
Thanks, Carson. When we come back, one last look at your wake-up weather. Stay with us.
Jason, let's go see your room.
I don't think so. Oh, okay.
Welcome back to Citrus TV News. Let's take a look here at our wake-up weather. It's going to be 60 degrees out, very similar today. It's going to be mostly cloudy with 6-mile-per-hour winds. Real quick, though, let's take a look back. This is our temperatures today, 1 year ago today. It was actually very similar weather out, which is kind of surprising. You know, if we were together around this time last year, we would definitely be rejoicing right now, or at least John would. Not us, Jake.
I'm going to be rejoicing, especially knowing that the sun's out on Friday and it's in the 70s. Come on, how can't you like that? Well, right, Halloween's right around the corner. My costume, it's in the mail. Get a load of this right now. If 2-day delivery just isn't fast enough through Prime for you, well, Amazon is expanding its drone delivery service. 3 new U.S. cities will start seeing their packages drop from the skies by the end of next year, they're saying.
Amazon already uses drones in College Station, Texas, and Lockford, California. They're still working with national regulators to expand the program further. You know, John, I love that you mentioned the Halloween costume. Mine came in yesterday.
Did it come by drone?
It did not come in by drone. Well, I'm just Ken.
You're just Ken.
I'm just Ken.
Who are you, Brandon? What's your Halloween
I haven't picked my costume out yet.
Get
maybe I'll
on
go as
that.
one of you.
I have 3.
I got an idea. Tom Cruise.
Because he's Maverick.
Yeah,
I get it.
All right, well, he's going to be Tom Cruise, right? That's all the time we have for you today on Citrus TV News Live at 6.
Don't forget, you can follow us on X and Instagram at Citrus TV News. Now for the entire Citrus TV News team, I'm Jake Morel.
And I'm John Perik. Take care, Syracuse.